And Nate, you posted this. I hadn't been posting anything. Damn, Mark Jr., get your shit straight. I hadn't been posting anything about No Man's Sky because
Trying to fix the lighting.
of the terrible terrible hype train. But you did it, so go ahead and break that carton of eggs.
Well, it wasn't about the article is about No Man's Sky, but it's not. The title of the article is "The Anatomy of Hype: How No Man's Sky Became the Best and Worst Game Ever," and it's by Tyler Wilde with an E. And there's a thing auto playing on my fucking computer. You stop that shit, Dick. And it just discusses. He goes into the psychology, more or less, behind hyping a game, how and why games are hyped, and how it ultimately leads to their downfall. But this is, I mean, it's nothing new. I just thought it was interesting. It was a good read. I don't know if you guys read all the way through it. But it's the same, like, Suicide Squad. Breaking records, but tons of bad reviews. But it's hyped, so people want to watch it.
Mark Jr., you are struggling like a motherfucker.
It fell out the window.
It fell out the window. I thought I saw a roof.
It fell out the window. My bad, mate. It fell out the
You're
window.
good. I don't care.
That was fucking perfect. Okay. All right. So, well, I mean, what's your take on Mr. Wilde's take on how this came to be? Oh, damn, Mark Jr., it's switched up. You're all fucking crooked as a bitch now.
Fix it right now.
Well, now I'm watching a video of some motorcyclist riding on the sidewalk and hitting a light pole.
I had to take PC Gamer off my whitelist. Their advertising arrangement is absolutely obnoxious. Sorry, guys at PC Gamer. If you weren't obnoxious about it, you'd still be on my whitelist. So I'm not experiencing those things.
But yeah, my take is he's got some really good points. A lot of it has to do with marketing and how small bits of communication subtly affect things. Because I'll be honest with you, with the No Man's Sky, I saw very little marketing for it. But apparently it was out there. It's just not in the media I consume, I suppose.
Well, not really. See, that's the strange thing about No Man's Sky is they didn't do a lot of advertising, and in as much they left a lot of like negative space for people's imagination to run wild. And they the creators, Hello Games and Sony, didn't do much to create hype, but they left an enormous void that people created hype out of. It's really weird. And I guess the reason why I haven't put it up there for the most part is I had no expectation for this game. I saw their very occasional pieces of public release and that sort of stuff, little videos, screenshots, whatever, and a few select quotes. But for the most part, I don't know. I guess it's easy for people's imagination to run wild when people like Hello Games, Sony, the creator of the game, Sean Murray, they just leave so much space for anybody to come up with the ideas of what a thing might be.
Well, I mean, as soon as the word survival comes up, you completely lose me. Because all survival games are the same bullshit inventory management. Do I pick up this twig or this rock nonsense that I just can't give a fuck about?
Yeah, and see, they never identified it as a spacefaring survival game. All right, Mark Jr., since you have no clue what any of this is about,
Nope, not a clue.
No Man's Sky is a resource collection, inventory management, spacefaring game.
Worst shit ever.
But everybody thought it was going to be such an awesome idea because there's like 18 quintillion planets in the galaxy that this game encompasses, and every single one of them is procedurally generated. Every planet is created by algorithms that fill in shape, texture, and other stuff. So people thought, simply because of its scale, it was going to be the be-all, end-all of video games. I mean, how many times have we said bigger is almost never better?
Well, it's okay to be much bigger. Sorry, Mark, but it's...
Cool, dude.
It's the same bullshit. It's the same goddamn nonsense as every other survival game. There's nothing new.
I played one. It was a zombie survival game.
DayZ?
No, he's talked about it before.
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast before. I just can't remember the name of it, and it didn't last very long, Home Slice. So I don't like that shit. I want you to just let me pick up whatever fuck I want to pick up, but I understand that we have weight limits and shit. So, but
I hate inventory management in every game.
I do too. I agree 100%. So
I understand that my character can't carry 26 suits of plate mail and a greatsword, like logically speaking. But at the same time, my character couldn't spin for an hour and a half just because he has mana leech.
That's very
so
it's true.
Right.
Inventory
We're only
management
going
is the
for
most
semi-realist. We're not going for full realist.
No,
right. Just the part that annoys me.
Yeah.
No, it pisses me off in Fallout too, because I am a weapon hoarder like a motherfucker. So then I gotta start choosing and shit, and I get awfully pissy. So yeah, I should be able to run around with 8 Batmans and 3 rocket launchers and a sniper rifle with some pistols and some grenades if I want to. I'm just saying.
This
is Grand Theft Auto.
It's video game land.
Yeah, if this was Grand Theft Auto, dude, I could just pop it out. Be like, got it. So, but I'm with Nate on that, and I can't see a game entirely based on that. That shit would drive me crazy.
Well, yeah, go on.
Anyway, PC
I mean, so like, do you play with
close.
people?
No.
Is there like a story? Like,
No.
You fight some bad guys
No.
and you pick that shit up?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it? You shoot somebody? Do you
No.
get to shoot at least?
No.
You
There
build
are-
things and
I don't get the bang bang?
You don't build
Like,
things
chop, chop?
either. Look. You've got a builder,
confused.
like a resource collection gun that has a weapon mode, and if you collect too many resources in a short amount of time, the sentinels will come, and they're just these little orbish flying robots that you kill in a few hits, and you move on with your journey.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Nate.
You destroy the materials to get the elements, to build the stuff, to upgrade the stuff, to destroy the materials, to get the elements, to upgrade the stuff, to build the stuff, to get the materials, to get the elements, to build the stuff, to upgrade the stuff.
It's an entire game of grinding?
Yes.
Oh, hell no. I don't mind grinding every once in a while, dude. Like old school role-playing games, or what are they called? JRPGs now?
I don't know.
I would grind the shit out and, get ridiculously higher level than I was supposed to be and shit like that. That's cool. But an entire game based on it? No.
Well,
No.
they'll make the fanboys will make arguments too that, well, you can always just leave the planet and go find a new planet. It's like exploring a whole new world, but it's not. You're still going there to collect the same materials, to upgrade the same things, to build or whatever. You don't even actually ever build anything. You just upgrade and upgrade and upgrade and sell stuff on the market, and you meet these individual NPCs. There's no cities, there's no star bases, there's no civilizations. You'll meet like one random NPC on a star base, and he's literally the only creature there aside from you, and you can trade with him for all the extra resources you've collected that you don't need, to get the money to buy a better ship, because you can't even build a better ship, how weak their crafting system is. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we railed on No Man's Sky, and that's not actually what the article is about, but fuck you, No Man's Sky. How's that?
Well,
I'm sorry, it's 'cause I didn't know.
Yeah, I was just trying to explain to Mark Jr. exactly how the game appears to work. And I've listened to and watched and read a lot of material on it, and that's basically what I've gathered from it.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I'll rail on any survival game. They're all god awful, boring copies of each other.
Aren't they,
Right?
though?
It's just nonsense, and it's like you're using the same fucking system that have been beaten to death in 90 million indie survival games since what 5-6 years ago when they started becoming prevalent again, or for the first time, I guess. I don't really know. I didn't pay attention before, and it's just nonsense. It's just like, why? I blame the hype train, back to the original point, completely 100% on the fans. Like, I don't understand that kind of raw fanaticism, I guess. There's nothing that I am so entrenched in and so engrossed in that even if it's bad or even mediocre, I can't acknowledge that. Like, I don't understand that kind of fanaticism.
They've taken their own expectations off the rails. If you go to the game's Steam page, they have all of their PR materials right there, and it's literally 2 trailers and a handful of screenshots. That's what they've released about the game between its reveal at VGX 2013 and its release in 2016. They had almost no promotional materials and just a handful of interviews, and all of these rabid fans filled in everything in between. I agree. It's got to be your fault. You made this hype train. Literally, I mean, Sony and Hello Games did nothing to stop the hype train. They just let it go on. They didn't explain.
They want, you know.
It's free marketing. Of course, I'm gonna let it go on.
Right, but now you've got a critically meta-bombed fucking game that is selling, very, very well, but doesn't look like it's going to have any staying power. Because everybody I've watched who played it, even Lawrence Sontag of the shout out to Lawrence of Funhouse, who is the nerdiest video game nerd. I mean, in their materials, in their work, you can't mention a game without him going, "Oh yeah," because he's played every fucking game there ever is, and he loves everything. And he said, after a few hours, you've seen everything the game has to offer. Sure, you can go to another planet that's a different color and has different conglomerations of animal parts put together to make fauna or flora or whatever. But after a few hours, you already saw it. It's whatever. So everything that has become, or that became, No Man's Sky's reputation, well, that was a mouthful, it came from the fans and Hello Games and Sony's lack of interference.
Well, I mean, if I were the company, Sony, I would absolutely not interfere. Let it be. Because all they care about is initial sales, let's be honest. Because they can just create this hype train for another game. Huge corporations have marketing down to a science, okay? Especially companies that have been around as long as like Sony. Now, my question is, and maybe either of you can answer this, is how do you get so attached to something that you know nothing about, that doesn't really even exist at the moment, to the point where you are willing to defend it adamantly, even after playing it, and at least a small part of yourself acknowledges that it's not that great of a game?
Nick, hold on. That shit's weak. Hold on. Because for 1 second, I guess where you were just talking about religion.
A little bit, yeah.
Good. Hold on. Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure, because that's what I heard. I was like, wait a second, flying spaghetti monster and shit. He might exist, he might not exist. I don't know. And then it drops game at the end. So no, it's cool. Go ahead. That shit was weak. I'm sorry.
But that's my question is, no matter, I guess I can't experience that level of fanaticism, because if a game comes out and I'm super excited about it and it's bad, then I acknowledge that it's bad. And instead of defending it adamantly, I let the company know of my disappointment.
Well, confirmation bias is a deep-seated thing in human psychology. I don't know if it's actually a flaw in the people who do this. I mean, when they speak so vitriolically about it and try to tear the internet down over it. Yeah, those people have anger issues, but people wanting to know that they've made a good purchase, that they haven't psyched themselves up for nothing, and they refuse to let anyone else tear down their purchase or their expectations or whatever, that's perfectly natural.
Why? Why is that perfectly natural? Can you not admit, okay, you're a beer drinker, Clay. Can you not admit, if you're really amped for a beer and then you try and it sucks, can you not admit that that beer just sucks?
Yeah, but I'll probably finish the 6-pack just not to waste it.
Right. And I'm going to do the same thing with the fucking shitty-ass off-brand Hawaiian Punch I bought. But I'm not going to buy it again, and I'm not going to tell people that because I bought it, it's the best.
Well,
it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
But then again, I don't think people are lying when they say, I'm enjoying No Man's Sky. You know, I've put 50 hours in, I've explored 12 planets, and I'm not even close to finished yet. I believe you. Sure, go for it.
But those are normal people.
What's finished? Like, you made everything?
No, well, the game does have an end goal of getting to the center of the galaxy, but it's not actually the end, or maybe it is. I don't know. But you don't have to.
Planet to planet to get there, or just can you just go
system to solar system. You jump from star to star.
Okay, so why don't you just go to the next star then? You could probably do it pretty quick.
Well, you gotta go down and farm resources on planets to get the fuel to do the thing, to upgrade the whatchamacallit, to get the resources to get to
okay. All right.
I'm not talking about those normal people who just say, "Hey, I'm enjoying the game. It's good. I don't care what you think." Because that's what I would do if it was a game that I enjoyed that got bad reviews, because I don't care what you think. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who are going to take the time out of their day to send a death threat to the guy reporting about its delay.
Yeah, we reported on that. I remember it was pretty good.
Those are the people I'm questioning about. That's the mentality I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's understandable how you can't understand, because I have a difficult time with it as well. So, I mean, no, dude, if Fallout 4 came out and it was horrible, I'd be like, dude, that shit was balls. So, and I'm a huge Fallout fanboy. I would come out and tell you it's balls, but I don't think it's balls at all. I think it's a great game. Sure, it has glitches and problems and everything like that, but every goddamn game ever does. So, you know, I mean, just the way, I mean, you know, but I can tell you if it's bad or even mediocre. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. I've been a Grand Theft Auto fan since it was, top-down horrible balls. And Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and everybody was like, it was a good game. I was like, no, it was okay. It wasn't worth $60, but I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was good. The story mode was good. I liked the story. The story was great. And then you get online mode, and it's pay to win, and this nigga's got rocket launchers and shit.
Well,
you got a pistol.
We obviously don't suffer from any sort of purchase confirmation bias.
Now, most of the time, I'm looking to be disappointed so I could be pissy and chuck the fucking game.
You're a cynic.
There you go. Bam. I hate that shit.
Roll credits.
No, that's why I buy very few games.
Yeah, me too. Well, I don't think it's for us to understand, guys. I think
fuck you guys, all right? Not you guys, but the other guys who do the things.
Fuck us too. I don't really care.
No, you're my brother. That's gross.
But you fanboy bastard, yeah.
Right.
Kick rocks.
Just don't be such a fanboy, people. That's my message.